So once you create it, put it as a link in your email, put it as a link in all your bios, and then send it to all of those people and say, here are all my preferred vendors. Please note that you're one of them. Please share this if you're able to. I'd love to promote you even more. I learned this one the other day. I think I've told you this, guys, but on a listing appointment, don't give away your goods. So like, let's say he doesn't know these people. He's just going to a appointment. Oh, and remind me in a minute, come back to me after I finish this thought. I want to update your vendor list because I had an idea for that, but let me finish this thought. So if you don't know this client, you don't know if you're in the bag, you don't know if this listing is yours. This has happened to me. And I'm like, well, damn. I just gave away the goods. Giving away the goods means you walk in, you're like, yeah, I would fix that and definitely take down these curtains and I'd move out this furniture. Definitely let's clean up these things. Don't give away the goods because then you've given away everything. Your job is to tell them how much you love that house. Okay. Oh my gosh, I love the natural light in this room. We can definitely sell that you have tile floors, tile and wood floor, no carpet on the main. That's awesome. Like, just point out the good things. Point out the good things. If they ask you, is there anything you should change? The reply would be, definitely there's some minor things that I think we could look at. I also think this appointment, I wanted just to get to know you, hear your needs, look at your home, and then we'll have another appointment where we'll dive deep into the to-do list. I think that's a brilliant idea. I learned that the other day on a call. And because I think a lot of us go in and they're like, well, yeah, you need to do this and this and this, and it'll do one of two things or one of three things. It will, and I've seen it happen. They just take your information and they go with someone else, or they go do a FSBO for sale by owner, and then you've just given all your information away. They'll go with another realtor who's doing something cheaper. They're doing a cheaper rate or whatever, but they're going with your advice. You've already gone deep. Like, think about it as a dating relationship. You've already gotten to like second base and this is your first date, right? Like, don't go so fast. Slow it down, people. Have some morals. I know you're hot and heavy, but come on, work with me here. So don't give it all away. Date them a little bit, schmooze them a little bit. Okay. All right. Going back. And if you guys go to our Realtors Helping Realtors group, and I thought about an acronym and changing our name. I could change it. We could change it to Agent Helping Agents, and it would be AHA. But in our AHA group, Ann posted in the files her vendor list. Here's a way to update that I thought might really help people. Create it as an interactive PDF with links to those people's businesses and put it on your link tree or on your stand store, whatever it is that you have. You open up my vendor list and it has the link to my plumber, the link to my electrician, the link to my lawyer, the link to my things. All they have to do is push a button. You are a phenomenal resource. And you send that to all of those people and say, hey guys, look, you're listed in my link tree. And just, put it as a preferred vendor list on your link. Could even be in the body of your email, preferred vendor list. They click on it, boom, this PDF opens, they can click buttons. People don't want to search for anything. They want to click a button, be done. So once you create it, put it as a link in your email, put it as a link in all your bios, and then send it to all of those people and say, here are all my preferred vendors. Please note that you're one of them. Please share this if you're able to. I'd love to promote you even more. So what was I going to talk about today? Because we still have so much time together. I was going to talk about, if you didn't want to do some form of drive, like a clothing drive, a book bag drive, a food drive, whatever, that if you didn't jump on that train, that's okay. Here is another opportunity. What I always talk about is go into your community and be a resource, right? Gina's not on here this morning, but this is recorded on Instagram so she can watch it there. She was saying, how do I fit my avatar? How do I find my ideal client and market towards them? First off, who is your ideal client? You guys, everybody needs to know that. Who is the client you want to be working with? Write out that demographic. It's 55 plus, they want to be in South Carolina, whatever it is. They're retired or they're millennials, they want to be in Uptown, whatever it is that you love. Horse people, I want to work with horse people only, farm and horse people. So whatever it is, your demographic, write it out, okay? And then spend 15 minutes on Eventbrite, on Google, on Facebook, and find out things that are happening in your area that relate to your ideal client and create just a little thing. Jim does it with his music. He'll say music coming in July. He does a great job of sending out that email, but you can do that for every demographic. You know, great, like let's say that just being outdoors, things to do within an hour of Charlotte outdoors. And then you take that, and I want to clarify here too. Somebody said, well, I posted my drive on my personal page and I didn't get any feedback. Okay, someone tell me where should that person post it besides their personal page?
In other
community groups.
Community groups, exactly. Community groups on business pages. So like, let's say you're doing that drive at that coffee shop that Ann found. Well, then go on that coffee shop and in the comments say, hey guys, don't miss this, and put a little picture of the PDF of what you're doing or a link to what you're doing. Put it in their comments. Go into your community pages and say, hey, I'm doing a drive. Here are the drop off locations points, and tag those businesses. Okay. In order for any of the social media to work, you have to use the communities and the groups that you're in. You have to tag businesses. You have to tag people. You have to use hashtags. You have to go to those businesses and do some live video. Even if you don't want your face on there, even if you don't want your voice on there, you can do all those things without you having to be on the camera. This is why some days I show up like this, because I don't care that I didn't shower yet. I don't have my makeup on, because I'm still going to go do my job. I don't have to leave the house today till later. So I'll shower later. And in the meantime, I'm just getting work done. And if you guys don't like me not dressed up, that's on you. I don't care. Love me for me. So create an event list or a store list. If you're, let's say you're into gardening, here are the 5 best gardening stores for organic stuff in the area. Create it, whatever your niche is. And you can do that every single month. Jim does that every single month with music in the area, but it can be anything. Kid events, free kid events. If your demographic is people with kids, girl, boy, you have got so much information that you can share. Okay. If your demographic is African Americans, boom, blow that up in a good way, share it. What are all the Juneteenth events coming? What businesses are supporting them? What are the local Black businesses that you can support? Huge. Like, that demographic supports each other so beautifully. If you're not utilizing it and you fit in that demographic, shame on you, because you're just leaving a gold mine of money. Do something for the African American community. So think about your demographic. What is happening in relation to your demographic that you can share with the world? Spend 15 minutes exploring it. And then maybe, just maybe, you could go to it. If you listed 20 things, maybe you could go to one and take some pictures and take some video and share it and tag yourself and tag all the people that are there. When I'm up in the morning, I look at other realtors' pages. What are they doing? What looks successful? What are they getting feedback and engagement on? I do research like that because that tells me, okay, this person is doing well. They're getting engagement. It looks like they have clients. What are they doing that's working? And then I assess that. I might even call them. What are you doing that's working? This post looked great. I use it as an example this morning on my call. Questions, thoughts, ideas?
I love the idea of the vendor list. I have been updating it on, on my end. I'll revamp it on the Realtors Helping Realtors. I don't know how to do it the way you want it. Maybe somebody else might help us get it that way.
I think what you do, well, you know what? We could Google it. Someone could Google it. I'm not going to Google it, but if you want to Google it, great. And if you don't, that's okay. Somebody else may automatically know how to do it. I think what you're going to do is find a link and then embed it into the list. Just copy and paste it so that it turns blue, but I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? So it turns blue, so then they just have to click on it.
Oh, I know how to do that, to make it turn blue.
Okay. I think that's all that happens. We can practice if you want to.
We can play with it.
Yes. Is anybody clueless
Mm-hmm.
about who their ideal client is or what their demographic is? Is anybody like, Robin, I don't even know who to start with?
I'm all over the place with that.
That's okay. And you can be. Like in the beginning, I was all over the place. I'll take you if you were in high school, and I'll take you if somebody just died and you're old. Like, I'll take the whole family. But as you get more production, You might niche it in, you might not. You may just stay generalist, and that's fine. It's just like being a doctor. You can either be a generalist or you can focus in on orthopedics. If you're all over, be all over in a community or be all over in an area. So you being all over, but in Rock Hill, Fort Mill, Indian Land, that's okay. Go there.
Well, I like new construction, and I'm focusing more on the pre-retirement folks. So those kind of folks. But
55
I
plus.
also like I also like to help first-time buyers.
Cool.
So
So the
those
55 plus demographic is going to be the largest demographic in the next decade. So anybody who doesn't know where to focus, go for the boomers, go for the Gen X, because those people are growing. Now we have a massive amount of millennials, but the millennials right now, a lot of them are forced out of the buying place, or at least they think they are. They're not, but they think they are because they don't want to buy the step up home. They want to buy their dream home. The people with money, statistically right now, if you Google it, I looked at this yesterday, the people who have money are the 55 plus, the Gen Xers. Like I'm 51, I'm a Gen X. So in theory, I have money, but my demographic is the one we're the ones out buying right now. We're the ones out selling. And that's the one that I think we people as realtors need to focus on. And that, what do people of this age demographic like? So think about that. Google that. What do Gen Xers do for fun? Do your own market research. Ask your friends. This is something you could do on your own personal Facebook page. You could put a post, or even in the community pages, you could put a post that says, I love working with Gen Xers. What are some things that you guys like to do so that I can be a resource to the community? What's some information that you'd like to have? Let the people tell you. You don't have to ask ChatGPT. Ask the people. That's a crazy idea. Nobody's asking people. We should ask computers only. Who's up for 20 contacts? Boomers have cash, says Anna Elizabeth. I want to meet Anna Elizabeth's boomers. I like the cash boomers. If you don't know who to talk to, you're like, Robin, I got no idea who to talk to. Scroll back. Hey, Anne's going to do it. Scroll back. Essence is going to do it. Scroll back in your phone. Scroll back on your Facebook messages. Who have you lost? Who have you not reached out to? Reach out and say, oh my gosh, Mackenzie, I have not talked to you since December. Can you believe it's almost Christmas again? I love Christmas. It's almost 6 months to Christmas. I'm so excited. So we'll start the countdown soon. So who can you talk and go do it? Yesterday, where was I? Oh, okay. So I talked to you. I talked to 2 people at the car dealership. Oh, listen to this, guys. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is my last story I'll tell you. I go to the grocery store yesterday because I wanted an inexpensive lunch. I was out and I didn't want to eat like fast food. So I'll usually stop into a grocery store to get like a scoop of chicken salad or something. So I stop into the grocery store and the lady behind the thing is talking. I have no idea why I said I'm a realtor. I think she said something about serving people, or it was a long day. And I was like, yeah, I get it. I'm a realtor. Whew. And she goes, oh, my house is on the market and I'm not happy with my realtor. Are you hearing me? My house is on the market and I'm not happy with my realtor. This is literally what she said to me. I mean, they're falling in your lap if you will ask, if you will put it out there. So we talked. Why is she not happy with her realtor? Go ahead. Who said that? Who said something? Anna Elizabeth?
Anna Elizabeth. So I want to know how you handle that, which I know you're getting ready to say, but in case you were going to cut it short, can you go into detail? Because I had that happen once and I didn't handle it. I didn't want to intrude. Yes. So if you would just talk about it in detail, that would be great. Thank you.
I will. Thank you for asking. So I just said, well, tell me what's going on. And she talked, and I was like, and I said, well, I'm not allowed to advise you or counsel you because you're under relationship with that realtor. I was like, but if I were your client, I would really love for my client to tell me these things, and let me know, because I can't fix it if I don't know the problem. So I encouraged her to do that. I asked her address. I was like, what's your address? Because I would love to see if I can bring a buyer. I'd also love to just look at your house. She told me her address, and I didn't leave her my card because she is in a fiduciary relationship. I didn't want to mess it up, but I just said, I'm Robin Mann. I'm on all the social media. I'm going to look at your house. I'd love to talk with you in the future. If you decide to buy, because I don't know if she's in a buyer's agency agreement. And I said, if you decide to buy locally and you're not in a buyer's agency agreement, I'd love to talk. And I just love to do that. That's why it's really good to have like some sort of something that makes your name memorable. Because if I say I'm Robin Mann, like Batman and Robin Mann, that helps people remember, right? Because later when she gets to her phone, she'll look up Robin Mann. and she'll see me. So if you're Jim Thompson, you're the happy realtor, the positive realtor. If you're Janine White, the amazing realtor, you're Janine White, you're the genuine realtor on Instagram. Tell them your information. I could have gone in and been unethical and done a whole lot of things, but I didn't. But what do I know? What do I know about this woman? What did she tell me? She told me
she wasn't happy.
She wasn't happy. What's important to her? What wasn't working? What did she tell me when I asked her where she lives? Her address. Right? Do I know where she works? Yes, because that's where I just met her. So I can frequent that place again. Not like a stalker, but I could also put an alert on my computer to watch that house. I can come visit again. Maybe I go in there in 3 days. Get some more chicken salad. Hopefully she's working. And I may not get that lead, but I might, because we had a great connection. We talked about a lot of things. I spoke on behalf of the realtor because that's the right thing to do. And I told her, make sure you tell your person that, because they may not know. They may not know that that's what you need. And if they say, oh, well, she already knows. They say, well, that is really unfortunate. I really think that's a sad situation. And I wish, I hope it gets better for you. And I would communicate it really strongly again to your agent that this is how you feel. Because if you don't know, you can't handle it, So thank you, Ann Elizabeth. All right, it is time to go, my beautifuls. That means when you're hanging up this phone, you can go to the bathroom, you can get coffee, you can do whatever you need to do for like 4 minutes, but then you need to get on task, okay? Set a timer. You're gonna give 32 minutes to lead gen, or 22 minutes, or 17 minutes. You're going to focus. You're not answering emails. You're not looking at the phone. You're not looking at Facebook. You are going to do 17 minutes of contacts and just make it happen. And then after that 17 minutes, take a break. Go do what you got to do. If there's things you have to do, there's rocks that are non-negotiable, go do them. Set an alarm for when that's supposed to be done, and then get back at it for 17 more minutes. Okay? Just make yourself regimented. I set alarms all the time. I have an alarm that goes off at 9:13. that says, get your butt downstairs and get on the computer. It's time to Zoom. I set one for, if I have a meeting coming up and I need to be there at 10, I'll set it for, I'll see how long it takes to get there. I'll set an alarm for when I need to be getting in my car. Because I'm like squirrel, nut, go, love that, pretty. And so I'll just set an alarm. Boom, I got it. And then it tells me what to do. And then I can be present where I am. That's what's important to me too. I can be present here. I can enjoy this. And then I go do what I got to do. And that's set another alarm. And it's really helpful when you have these people that talk like forever. The alarm goes off. They're like, oh, you got to go. Yeah, crap, I got to go. I love to be in here. All right. I believe in you. Give me some skin. Love you much. I'll see you tomorrow. Bring a friend if you want. And if you need me, can't know you need me if you don't reach out. So need me, call me. All right. Have a good one.